right, go ahead and use the hashtag 49ers to get your questions in on the show right now. We're going to switch from news and rumors to answering all of your guys' mailbag questions, meaning producer Brett will throw them on the screen as he sees them, and we will go ahead and answer them, starting with, let's see, Ronald Williams asked, 49ers trade-up scenarios targeting O-line, Jeffrey Okudah, or CeeDee Lamb. Okay, so it's most likely you'd have to trade up for all three of these except for O-line. There are three offensive linemen most likely to go in the first 15 picks. I'm blanking on the name of the one. Andrew Thomas out of Georgia will probably be there at number 13. He would be just fine. The Alabama guy's going to go earlier. Again, blanking on his name. But you probably don't have to trade up for offensive line. We talked about this in a video a couple of days ago. O-line, you could sit tight at 13. There's a chance that CeeDee Lamb could be there at 13, depending on what the Jets and Raiders do at 11 and 12. There are a ton of scenarios where Derek Brown falls or Okudah falls, and then, of course, the wide receivers fall a little bit more because, let's say, the Raiders take Jeffrey Okudah at number 12. So Lamb, you might have to trade up. If you needed to trade up to 10 with the Browns would be perfect, but I would say that he could probably be had at number 13 overall. Okudah, of course, would be a cornerback out of Ohio State, will not be there at 13. You would have to move up to go ahead and get him probably at 10 again, because the Browns don't need a corner after drafting Ward just a couple of years ago. You got to get ahead of Oakland, though, at number 12. A couple of mock drafts have had him going at number 12, including our own at Chat Sports. We did a fan mock draft on our main channel at Chat Sports, and they had Okudah falling to 12. So it's very unlikely that you're going to naturally be able to take Okudah at 13. But if he's there, that would probably be the pick to give us the best cornerback tandem in the National Football League. Okay, moving on. 49er fan. He asked, what do you think? Do you think there's a possibility of us going after Damon, Snacks, Harrison, Everson, Griffin, or Clowney? So Clowney, no. Clowney costs too much. Griffin, probably no as well. He's going to cost about $8 million. Now, San Francisco has $15 million in cap space, and you say, wait, Thomas, 15, can't we sign Griffin? You got to be able to sign all of your rookies, and rookies are going to cost, especially with 2 first-round draft picks, $5 to $8 million to sign that. So you take 15 minus 8, you're left with $7 million in free cap space, and so maybe Snacks Harrison would be the only one you could get at D tackle. Wouldn't be a bad pickup, although not exactly the DeForest Buckner replacement we're hoping to get, but I don't think you could afford Everson, Griffin, and I definitely don't think at all, 0% chance you could afford Jadeveon Clowney, unless he hates Seattle so much he wants to come play for a team that's going to play him twice and get paid half of the money he expects. So no, there's just no chance of Clowney, but a very real chance of Harrison. Very unlikely for Everson, Griffin. Okay, moving on. Other questions here by Matthias Walder. Trade Dee Ford for Ngakoue. No, that would be a dumb move by the Jacksonville Jaguars. Why would they trade away a young pass rusher for an older pass rusher who's not as good? Now, if you wanted to package the number 1 pick in terms of 31 overall plus Ford for Ngakoue, that would get it done, but that would make no sense. Dee Ford, he's there. He's great. We also have this guy named Nick Bosa, who's also there and also great. Yannick Ngakoue is very, very good, and he wants out of Jacksonville, and he wants to go someplace where he can win. I mean, giving up 31 would be good, but it's just not a necessary thing for our 49ers. I'd rather spend that on a corner, an O-lineman, or a wide receiver. Those are bigger needs than our pass rush. Our pass rush is going to be just fine this year. I promise, even with Buckner leaving, who only leaves 7.5 sacks on the table, we're going to be just fine. Let's see. K-Tan asked, what are our chances of getting OBJ? Boy, this is a question we get every single week. Niner fans love Odell Beckham Jr. I mean, good if you want to give up a first-round draft pick. It's just that simple. There is not a player the 49ers have on their roster that would make sense trading and packaging for Odell Beckham Jr. So you look at what you have, got to use a first-round draft pick. It'd probably take 13 overall to get number 13 in OBJ. Then you got to think, okay, why spend number 13 overall for a older, I know he's still in his mid-20s, but an older wide receiver who has had some on-field and off-field drama, when you could spend number 13 on Jerry Jeudy, who's younger and cheaper and has zero on-field drama and is going to try to prove himself. It just doesn't make sense unless they would take number 31 and you want to spend 13 on an O-lineman or something like that. I just don't see Odell Beckham Jr. being traded at all, but that's fine. Go ahead and I guess keep dreaming, because I can see it happening, but there's just no way of logically making it happen as well. Okay, fun little comment thing right here. Okay, when I say bang, bang, you guys type what? You guys should know this by now, okay? This is something we do here at the 49ers Report. I type bang, bang. You guys go ahead and type it. I typed it down there in the chat right there. Niner gang is what you're supposed to chat in the comment section. Go ahead. Explode the comment section right now. Come on, let's see it. I say bang, bang. You guys need to type Come on, Niner gang. There it is. Anthony got it first. Let's see who can actually get a second besides me. I just typed it in there one more time. One more. There it is. Noah got it in there. Same with Orlando. Okay, moving on. More questions here to answer. A.R. Lokman, he asked Trevon Diggs or Jeff Gladney. I'd probably take Trevon Diggs, although I'm not sold on Diggs, but he will be there at number 31. Obviously, the cornerback. I think people are just assuming we need cornerback help. Do we? I mean, it's a real question. Yes, CJ Henderson's going to be there. Trevon Diggs is going to be there. They'll all be there by number 31 overall, but do we not trust Emmanuel Moseley? I know what I've said. I've said Moseley was decent last year. Question, will he be decent this year? I've said that here in the channel. But I don't think corner is that big of a need, and I actually ranked the 49ers needs earlier this week. I said O-line 1, wide receiver 2, then corner at 3. You only have 2 first-round draft picks, so come out of the first round with an O-lineman, come out of the first round with a wide receiver instead of going ahead and getting a cornerback. You see it right here. Safety was 5, corner was 4, D-line was actually 3. I mixed it up right there. Corner was 4 in my list. Wide receiver was 2, and offensive line sitting there at number 1. So come out of the first round with one of your top 3 or 2 of your top 3 needs, and I think a lot of 49er fans are going to be very, very happy. Okay, let's see. Neil asks, CeeDee Lamb or Jerry Jeudy? I get asked this every single week, and I will remain 100% accurate on what I say. CeeDee Lamb over Jerry Jeudy every day of the week. I love CeeDee Lamb out of Oklahoma. I have covered CeeDee Lamb. I've called games where CeeDee Lamb has played. I've watched the film, him versus Jeudy. He is better. CeeDee Lamb's the better all-around receiver. Jeudy is great route runner, but Lamb does everything better. And Lamb's a little bit bigger, a little bit faster. He jumps a little bit higher. It's Lamb is the better player overall, and I think a lot of us will agree on that. But still, if he's not there at 13, then Jeudy's going to be just fine. I don't want to rip Jeudy and compare it to all the rest of the receivers, but compared to CeeDee Lamb, he is better. Go ahead and pick a wide receiver, actually. Which one do you guys want? Type CD for CeeDee Lamb, type JJ for Jerry Jeudy, type HR for Henry Ruggs. I'm going to type CD for CeeDee Lamb. I think a lot of us should go ahead and agree. Fernando says, I agree. Let's see. Mott, are you related to the Motts? I don't know what that even means, but sure. Type CD for CeeDee Lamb, type JJ for Jerry Jeudy, type HR for Henry Ruggs. Dwayne says CeeDee Lamb. Yeah, I agree. Someone else said CD. Okay, a couple say JJ, a couple say HR. So we're a little bit torn here, but more CDs than the rest of the 3 receivers. So we're in agreement. Okay, next question here has to do by Zay49. Draft a cornerback because Sherman ain't going to handle Fitzgerald and Hopkins, and our corners look a little weak. It's a good point. I mean, if you want to make the argument for a cornerback, you would have to just go ahead and show me the Arizona Cardinals wide receiver core. You left out Christian Kirk, who's just coming out of Texas A&M, and is very good as well. I think Sherman can handle Hopkins just fine, and Fitzgerald is not exactly the spring chicken that he once was. Very elite, by the way, still very, very elite, but he's not the spring chicken that he once was. So I'm not as worried about it overall. I think the Cardinals will be pretty good this year, but 8-9 wins, maybe a wild card team. They're not going to win the division, that's for sure. They're not good enough on defense or offensive line for that case. But, I mean, I guess that's a legitimate argument. I still think you need a wide receiver because Kendrick Bourne cannot be wide receiver number 2 this year unless you want to actually win football games. Next question, John Zach. He asked, do you see us possibly trading back 13 to Dolphins or Eagles and getting their second round 2 and grabbing Jefferson possibly? Yeah, I could see that happening. I think every single mock draft has Justin Jefferson going right about Philadelphia at number 21 overall. And so if they wanted to come up to take Lamb and you go back, Eagles have the 53rd overall pick in the NFL draft, so you could pick up their second. I mean, I'm fine with that, but you have to be sold on Justin Jefferson or sold on T. Higgins or sold on, Jalen Reagor at a TCU, who I'm not sold on at all, but still, you get my point. So, yeah, I can see us moving back, and I think it's a possibility, but if you can get Lamb or Jeudy at 13, that's better than Justin Jefferson. Just stay put and take them because you have pick number 31 to address O-line, D-tackle, whatever you guys else want to go ahead and do. Speaking of CeeDee Lamb, wouldn't you like to see him in this draft tab? I mean, I keep showing the draft tab because I think it looks so darn sweet, and I want you guys to go ahead and grab it as well. CutSports.com/49draft are the place to go ahead and get this draft hat. If Lamb gets drafted, I guess if anybody gets drafted, this is the hat he will wear, and you might want to look like him because I think he's going to be pretty good in a 49er uniform. Gosh, I hope CeeDee Lamb is in that hat. Link to the description box right now, chatsports.com/49hats. Again, #49ers. Get your questions in on the show. Like David, will Matt Breida ultimately be released? No, I don't think he will. I think he'll be on the roster if he's not traded. The Niners, unless you want to make the argument they don't want to carry 4 running backs at actively week to week? I think they very much could and very well could, especially with their wide receiver group looking as it is right now. I don't think he'll be released. I think they'll try to trade him. We've talked about that here on the channel. I think they'll try to trade him before the draft, but more than likely when a team has a training camp, mini camp, OTA running back injury, which is inevitable. I mean, running backs get injured all the time, or you had like Melvin Gordon last year holding out for the Chargers. This guy will be traded, and that guy being Matt Breida is the most likely option there. Let's see, Kevin Edelman. This is probably Julian Edelman's brother asked, will Jalen Hurd start next season? I mean, he's a wide receiver, so you mostly have 3 receiver sets. I think he's going to play a lot of snaps. He's not going to be number 1. It has to be Deebo Samuel, probably Kendrick Bourne. I think I could see him, though, mixing it in there. He's going to be a lot better than I think people think. There's a lot of people who I think are a little bit hesitant on Jalen Hurd, and that's fine, but he's fully healthy from the back injury. He's going to have a full offseason to practice, learn, play, and hopefully get some good preseason work as well. Remember, he played well in the preseason. We forget how good he was in the preseason. And I think regardless of what you do at 13 and 31, Hurd has got to have a very good year. That way, and help out Jimmy Garoppolo, and the offense can continue to be as dominant as it was last year. I think again, receivers, you don't run a lot of 2 receiver sets in the NFL, so he's going to be playing starter type snaps, but he's still going to be probably about wide receiver 3, maybe 4 on the roster whenever we get going.